Good morning, everybody. I'm Trevor Brown, back with another Fitness Friday. For those of you who aren't familiar with me, I've been a gym owner for almost the last 15 years now, CrossFit gym owner in this location for the last 12, working with people all ages and demographics on their fitness and nutrition. So that's the other hat that I wear is a nutrition hat. I am the head of business development for Life-Based Solutions, which is a nutrition software company that helps businesses scale and manage nutrition programs. But on these days, I'm here to talk all things fitness and gives you some simple tips and tricks to improve mobility, flexibility, stability, strength, endurance, and everything you can think of, scaling it back for any fitness level. So if you guys have questions or you want to get a hold of me, just drop a comment and tag me in it, or you can send an email to trevor@lifebasedsolutions.com. Whether it's fitness or nutrition, I'm here to help everybody out. So today we're going to be talking hamstrings. I've got a couple very simple things that I want to go over. I deal with a lot of people that have back issues, tight hips. They really struggle touching their toes, right? They're not as active probably as what they were when they were younger. And so sitting down in a chair a lot of times, even for me, I spend a lot of my day now on Zoom meetings and things. So I get tight hips, I get tight hamstrings, my back gets kind of tight. So a couple things. If you have the ability, here's one little tip, right? Instead of sitting in an office chair like I have, what I've got down here is a bouncing ball. This is a Swiss ball. They're cheap. You can buy them at Walmart or whatever store you have there, general store. You can order them online from Amazon, but they just fill up with air. And if you're going to be sitting for a long time, I highly recommend sitting on one of these guys. It will ease up the stress and the pressure on your joints, on your hips, on your low back, on your hamstrings. Makes such a difference. So this is kind of option number one to keep those muscles loose and things, is getting a ball like this to sit on, or of course a stand-up desk works great, but maybe going back and forth between those things would do wonders for you. And then I've got one little thing I want you to test out right now. So keeping your knees perfectly straight, right? Are you able to bend over and touch the ground, right? So what we're looking at here, see a little bit better, legs straight. I'm just going to push my butt back. Can you bend over and touch the ground? You should feel a stretch in the back of your legs, right? So most people probably struggle with this range of motion, right? Same thing if we're not comfortable standing up. I want to show how we can do this on the ground here. So we can actually do this. Seated on the ground. We're just trying to reach forward and touch our toes. You guys might remember this from like the old fitness test back in grade school or middle school. That sit and reach. How far out in front of your toes can you get? So if we struggle with that, we probably have some tight hamstrings, limited range of motion. And even if you don't struggle, should stretch on a daily basis, right? But tight hamstrings can really lead to tight back pain, tight hips, the whole 9 yards, just kind of being uncomfortable in general. So I've got one little tip and one little trick for you today. I want you to do your very best to stretch for a total of 3 minutes a day. That's all I'm asking. This would be 3 1-minute sessions to start. Then as you get better, make them 2 90-second intervals, and then make it 1 3-minute session, right? As you get better. So to start, we're going to set a timer. I'm going to reach out and I'm going to try to touch my toes. And I'm just going to go till I feel a stretch in the back of my legs. I'm going to hold here for 1 minute. I might take a minute break, bend my legs a little bit. You can also do this standing, right? Where it's a minute, just bending over, touching your toes, but you might not like all that blood rush into your head. So this seated way is a great way to do this. So if you can get warmed up prior to doing this, whether it's walking, riding a bicycle, something along those lines, even elliptical, that would be awesome. But if not, you can go on and do some of these static stretches while cold. Okay, then a way to strengthen your hamstrings. We're going to call these Romanian deadlifts or straight leg deadlifts. And I don't even need a weight to get the right feel for this. But if you have a couple dumbbells or if you have a barbell, here's a tip and trick for strengthening those hamstrings. So something you do at home, right? We're always aware of keeping our chest up big and a nice flat back. I'm going to push my butt back as far as I can with a very slight bend in the knees. Now, if I'm hanging on to dumbbells, they're down here by my sides. I'm just stretching till I feel a stretch in the back of my legs. The farther back I push my butt, the more I straighten out my legs, the more it's going to stretch. Watch my back. The one thing I don't want to do is reach to the ground like this. So always keep a neutral spine. So I initiate this movement, butt back, very slight bend in the knees, then reach back, reach back, reach back, reach back. It's almost like you're showing off your booty, and I'm feeling a stretch in the hamstrings. Okay. Super easy way to strengthen up the hamstrings. Those are Romanian deadlifts, RDLs, kind of straight leg deadlifts, right? Use them with a barbell, with a set of dumbbells, but you're really going until you feel that stretch in the hamstrings. Maybe 3 to 5 sets of 10 repetitions at whatever weight you've got. All right. That's how we stay mobile. We take it easy on the back and we strengthen the hamstrings. You guys have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.